I'm talking about every day, about every night. We don't take no breaks out in this hustle life. We just out here trying to eat and keep on the life. Better make sure your folk keeping your business right. But I ain't gotta worry about nothing, everybody pay their position. They so bad they hold it down like they damn religion. That's why I ain't gonna have no parent cuts, all understood. Long as I keep putting that work in, I'm gonna be good. When it come to granted, ain't nobody scared. I go right the way it's at. People like to bet on you to lose it, I ain't hearing it. Being broke, shorty, you can find me, no need it. Go ask anybody, fuss about this paper, they can tell you, yeah.
Hi, this is Grace Unger with Vocab Magazine, and I'm here at the Creative Team Studios right here in New York City. With me is the Husel. Hi.
Hey, what's that?
How are you today?
I'm good, you?
I'm good, thank you. Now tell me, who and what is the Husel?
I'm the Husel, and the Husel is a sound. It's an idea that I'm presenting to the world, and basically it's just a representation of everybody in a way, you know, because everybody is the hustle. You're on your hustle right now, you know. The guy behind the camera is on their hustle. So I'm just trying to find a creative way of making music for that element.
Sometimes I get a perfect picture in my mind. I must have played it up about 1,000 times. I'm chilling somewhere on the beach, staring at the sky. Call sweet, something beautiful by my side. I can make it to the crib in another mile, but I still drive slow so you can see the ride. But it ain't till I wake up I realize that it was all a dream. Thought that I made it, but it seemed that I'm still here, stuck in the struggle, trying to figure out all the pieces to the puzzle.
So would you say that that's what inspired the name?
Definitely.
And the style of the music too?
The style of the music was inspired by what I hear and see every day in the urban world, you know, so to speak. So you got all these new kids coming up. You got the younger generation, and each new generation ushers in a whole new thing, you know, that helps to push the culture of creativity and the arts forward. So I just figured instead of, you know, trying to do whatever else, let me focus on what they dig and present myself according to what they like, you know, not because I feel like I got to change and be trending and popping and all of that. It's just a matter of respecting the fact that there's a whole surgence of a new thing. It's the same thing that happened with hip hop music.
True. Now I've actually heard your new project, and I really love it.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you.
I really love it, and I hear a lot of autotune and, you know, some trap music influences.
Right. Can
you tell us if that's like maybe a reoccurring theme for this new
Definitely,
mixtape, or?
Yeah, definitely, because I wanted to be accurate to the culture that inspired this sound. You know, you got a lot of folks, and this is no diss, but a lot of them can't sing, so you got a lot of autotune in order to get it, you know, accurate. And it's not, again, you know, people, you know, think like, you know, you got to be perfect all the time. It's not that. It's all about a vibe. It's all about a feeling. And if the passion is there, it doesn't really matter if you off key. It just sounds more pleasant when you're on key, and that's where the autotune helps.
In regards to your songs, what would you say inspired you to do most of your songs, and how much creative control would you say you have over this new project?
I have complete creative control, but it's still in development. You know, I'm still figuring it out, still tweaking it. And, you know, I have been getting a lot of pushback because, you know, I don't know, for whatever the reasons are, but I actually take those comments and take those responses into consideration as far as it helping me to, you know, apply it so that I can make a better product. You know, now if it's just pure negativity and pure hate, yeah, I don't speak that language, so you might as well keep it to yourself.
Tell us about your fashion choices and, you know, some of the things that you choose to wear, because it's a completely new look. And tell us about that.
Well, it's not really a new look. It may be a new look for me, for some people, but I dress like this all the time. You know, and I wanted to come up with the look for the Husel, and I really couldn't figure it out. So I said, let's just go urban. So I just went to a lot of the urban stores, hooked up with a lot of designers that make, you know, urban wear, so to speak. But I definitely needed it to have its own thing to it. So I'm still looking for my look. So and that's the whole thing about this whole process. I'm doing it, the developmental process. I'm doing it in your face, you know. So y'all are part of the creative process, you know. Y'all get to weigh in, you know, and I get to choose to take it into consideration or not, or apply it or not. But I'm you know, it's going to look different than it is now later, because You know, I didn't have time to
It's
like
a process,
do it.
yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't have time to do it behind the scenes and then reveal. Like, nah, I'm doing it right now because
You think that's more authentic?
I feel like it's more authentic. I feel like once you check my timeline, you know, down the line, you'll see the growth. You know what I'm saying? And you would recognize that the love that I got or the position that I acquired from it was real.
Now, how do you think your fan base is reacting to this new brand, new look? They supportive?
It's interesting. It's like 50-50. You know, you got some people that hate it. But the thing is, I realize that they don't hate it because they don't like it.
It's changed.
And it makes them feel uncomfortable. They don't like the fact that they feel uncomfortable. But if you know, and I don't know how this is going to come across, but I've you know, through this process, I've had a crash course of the level of unintelligence out there. You know, it's sad. You know, and that is the best, nicest way. I don't mean to be bold, but that's the nicest way that I can put it. And I say that because I've been very informed and communicative about everything that I'm doing, and I keep getting a barrage of questions, and I'm reading the comments like, have you been listening to what I've been saying the whole time? And apparently not. They just comment on another person's comment that's commented on another person's comment, which is why I don't really get into, and if you notice, I don't really,
Exactly.
I don't respond because I know what's coming, it's baseless, so it's irrelevant to waste energy and time into
Exactly.
it. But when, you know, eventually it becomes successful, no ego, but I know the time and effort and work I put into it,
Most
it's just
definitely,
inevitable when
yeah.
when you work in that, you know, in that manner.
What you wanna pass cause you think you something special, huh? You feeling the pressure, huh? Everybody gotta work and you ain't get the message, huh? Worrying and stressing, huh? Praying for your blessing, huh? The Lord rewards the hustler, but you ain't learned your lesson. This is real. Ain't no time to be no sucker in the field. Grind or die, shorter, you already know the drill. So when it's time to ride, you can either run it high or you go do what you gotta do. If not, don't be crying when you find it. Still stuck in the struggle, trying to figure out all the pieces to the puzzle.
And would you say that you identify like a little more with the hustle?
And I tell people all the time, I'm actually more the hustle than I am the other guy. The other guy, I gotta be all political and diplomatic and say the nice things, you know, as that brand. I just always want everybody to like me. You know, being the hustle is like, bro, you're not always gonna like me, but you know, my existence is not contingent on your approval. I'm gonna be however I'm gonna be.
Now, lastly, what can we expect? What's your vision for the hustle? And tell us about when it's going to be released, your new mixtape. Tell us all about that.
My vision for the hustle is very simple, and I think people are making it way deeper than it actually is. I'm just an artist being creative, and I'm just using this sound. You know, the interesting thing is, if y'all didn't know me, or if I was just some new person to y'all or whatever, nobody would act this way. They wouldn't look
that's
like,
the
why
beauty
you
of it,
dressing that
though.
way and why you acting that way. It's like,
But
why
that's-
does it matter? You only saying that because you had a perception of me, and you're not willing to let go of that. And I'm not even asking you to let go of anything. That's the thing. I'm not asking you to let go of anything. I'm asking you to embrace something else along with, you know, I mean, I don't mean to
Exactly.
sound patronizing, but I feel like I have to talk to people like this because when I talk to them and I appeal to their intelligence, it's like it goes right past them, you know, so maybe I have to slow down my speech so that you can understand. Hello, yeah. I'm actually releasing another persona after this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is part of an entire persona project. I'm calling it the persona project 'cause I don't really have a name for it. You know, I can be very literal sometimes, but it's just a way to express myself in many different, in my many different interests. You know, I have a lot of musical interests, creative interests. You don't just have one side. Just, you know, you're one way when you go to work, and you another way when you go back to the crib. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, for the younger folks, you one way when you at school with your homies, and then you another way when you're around your mom and your brothers and sisters or whatever. Like you're not always the same way. You may be different variations of the same thing, but you're not the same thing or the same way with everybody, because every situation calls for you to respond in different ways. And people like to, you know, take shots and say jokes like, "Oh, that's personality, that's multiple personality disorder." Like, what you don't understand is I'm doing it on purpose so that it doesn't become, you know, multiple personality disorder, because that's what happens. It becomes a lot of information that you can't process. Yeah, and then reflexes are a mother, you know. So I like to, you know, sort of route that energy in a positive way so that, you know, it can ultimately help me, you know, because it's my own therapy, you know, and it inspires me all the time, but ultimately so that it can help somebody else. I don't know who's out there. I don't know who needs whatever it is that I have and can do. Like, people put out albums, I'm putting out personalities.
That's good. I think that's, you know, people are definitely going to gravitate towards that a lot.
Yeah. I'm really excited, and I'm grateful that I have it, you know, so that I can do this, you know, and I'm also utilizing, you know, this project as an opportunity to reach out to every independent person out there. I don't care if you write, sing, dance, produce, play an instrument, you're a fashion designer, photographer, videographer, you whatever you do, because there's a lot of people that don't really get the push and the support because it doesn't come through certain channels, you know, because you got too many people playing, you know, entertainment business. It's like, look, if we click and, you know, we come to an understanding and we're willing to work with each other and blah, 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 and it makes sense, let's go. Like,
Well, thank you so much for taking the time out with us.
no problem. Thanks for talking to me. I appreciate your support.
Of course.
Hey, yo, what up? This is The Hustle, and right now you checking out Vocab magazine. Beauty, style, and fashion is us.
You gon' give up, but you stay on it. Hey, look, all my life, long as it take. Everything I put in, damn if it don't pay. When I reach the top, homie, that's why I'm gon' stay. Like, I can carry money like this all day. Anything that I wanted, man, to get it in nothing. Haters still gon' be hating, D-Chill gon' act like they love me. Anybody ever fronted, don't expect nothing from me. But you can sit and watch while I flex and stun on you dummies. Cause when you starving, you feel so love. Got a baby at the crib looking after you. With your mama tripping like, shawty, what you gon' do? Game ballin', F your life. Talking about your every move. Now you feeling like your back is up against the wall, but you standing on the cliff, flying forward. You see me when you can't tell me nothing, cause I done paid the cost. Already told you I ain't playing. Bet you ain't gon' never keep me saying I don't care. Last off in the struggle, trying to figure out all the pieces to the puzzle. Gotta work hard, can't think anything else above it. You can accomplish anything with brain and some muscle. If you stay on the hustle, stay on the hustle. Gotta grind it out every day on the hustle, maintain on the hustle. Don't complain on the hustle. No promise you gon' get it if you stay on the hustle.